Everybody, what up, what up? Morning Zombie, nice to see you in the house. Yup, like and sub, people. We're on the road to 1K. We're only 100 away now, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Yo, Exto V, big up, man. Big up. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hope y'all doing okay, man. We got some news. We got mad news to go through. We got mad news to go through. Got a lot to get through today, to be honest. But it's fine, bro, because, you know, today really is low-key the last day that we can't even get through. So, sir, big up, y'all. Hey, I appreciate it, Morning Zombie. You already know, man. I appreciate it. You know, we working hard. You know, I'm trying to do without any, without, you know, relying on people for a ton of redirects and all this stuff. Hey, big up, man. Big up. All right. Let's get into the news now. So let me just send the invite out. Cool. Invite is sent out. We good. Yeah, no, it doesn't stop, man. Listen, it don't stop. We gotta keep it going. You feel me? The news keeps happening. And today, to be honest, is like, you know, we're in the last few hours now of the pre-Club World Cup window. So, you know, we got a lot to talk about. We have a lot we need to talk about, to be honest, as well. So, you know, let's get right into it. So, yes, I did see that. All right, so this morning we got the news, right? Maignan is pushing to join Chelsea, which we already knew, right? We already knew. It's looking good, right? And here we go for Fabrizio this morning on his Italian YouTube. He said, I had an important call just now, and Chelsea Milan keep talking in these minutes. No agreement yet, but the fact that they're still talking is a positive sign for a green light. Let's see. Yo, big up Indian Scouts or big up Skynet. I appreciate y'all in the house, man. I appreciate everybody in the house. Big up to everybody here, man. But yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Like, if Milan were unwilling to sell, right? If they didn't want to move him on, I think we wouldn't even be having conversations. It would be kind of like with the Ekitike knows, which we'll get onto later, where it's just kind of stalled, right? There's not much to talk about. That's not the case though. So, you know, we need to look at what's going on. So then here we go. We got this from Frab again. Chelsea's mission is to get Maignan on the plane for the Club World Cup. Both clubs are still talking right now. His personal terms are ready to be agreed, wants to play UCL and Club World Cup, and is really pushing. So we have him as an individual, right? As a player, he wants Chelsea. He's already told Milan, I am not re-signing. If I have to walk for free, I will walk for free. So I think we're very close. And the fact that we're hearing all this news is, I think in the case of Mike, it's looking good. And again, I don't know if anybody in here saw the third place match, right? For the Nations League, but he did excellent in that. He was man of the match. He won man of the match pretty much for that game. So clearly he saw something about him, and he ended up winning man of the match overall for the entire tournament, which I think is a testament to how good he is still to this day, right? I think people were maybe overhyping a bit too much about the game that he had against Spain, whatever. But this, you know, this is a quality keeper, man. It's a quality keeper. And then this is a big one that a lot of people are memeing about, but there are Zoom calls going on right now. Yeah, France versus Germany. Yeah, exactly. And he performed really well in that game. Yeah, goalkeeper of the tournament as well. And listen, here we go. We got, you know, Zoom calls are going on. So at the end of the day, we are currently, you know, the conversations are ongoing. It's nonstop. We want to find a resolution. I think Milan realized that we're probably going to offer them the best money up front right now. No other club is really, you know, in for Mike like that. He wants Chelsea. He's pushing for the move. So I think with this, we are in the amount of Zoom call memes. That's what I'm saying. The Zoom call memes have been funny. It's been hilarious. So I don't mind it. But listen, we are, you know, we're right there. We're almost there. We're super close to it being agreed. Let me see. All right, hold on. Let me refresh because I don't know. You know, news moves fast. Let's see. No, all right, nothing yet. So here we go. So then we got Rudy Galletti as well. Chelsea have improved their bid for Maignan to around £19 million. Bonuses included, very close to Milan's minimum request. Chelsea are confident it could be accepted with paperwork ready to move quickly before the Club World Cup transfer deadline. The response from AC Milan is expected soon. You know what that means, boys? If it's expected soon, you know, we have the paperwork ready. I think we're ready to get this across the line. I think maybe, you know, they're arguing a bit more. I'm sure that Milan is probably, they're probably like, all right, we'll do 19 million pounds. Can we get a little bit more upfront and a little less in add-ons, right? I'm sure that's what they're arguing at the moment. And as we all know, the news is a bit behind, you know, from what everything is. So I think Mike is going to be a Chelsea keeper, which is amazing for us. It really is amazing. I think this is exactly, you know, one of the signs that we've been crying out for. This is an amazing signing, a top keeper. We're getting him for cheap. So I'm excited. Apparently it'll be done like 18 million pounds. From what I've seen, I see it being done before midnight or in the next hour. I would agree with that. Low key. I think it's done. I think it's done tonight. So I'm not really too worried about this. I think this is the one that we're 100% going to get across the line for the Club World Cup. I'm excited to see him in the Club World Cup. Looking forward to actually having a real keeper in the back line. So we have to see. But I think we have enough leverage. I think we get this across the line. I'm not too worried about this. I think we do, at the end of the day, do end up getting Milan. Getting Maignan from Milan. So I'm not too worried about this. I think this is we get across the line. And again, this is massive. Yeah, and it's a world-class keeper. And let me see if I could pull up, right? Let me see if I could pull up the performance he had, right? Let me see the performance that he had, because, you know, he did really, really well. Yo, big up, man. I'm glad that we're going for an experienced keeper. Yep. Rizzo got confident information about the move. I think he's confident. I think he's milking it, which is like, whatever, bro. Like, you know, it is what it is. You know, he has to make his money and stuff. But, I'm really positive on this. You know, I think this is a big move for us. But yeah, here you go. Look, here's the ratings, right? As you can see, you have Kylian Mbappe, right? Assist and goal, and still, Mike Maignan got the highest rating, bro. He was one of the best players in the whole match. Therefore, he reposts. Normally, talks go fast, and we're a bit behind. I think we are a bit behind. Then again, I'm not going to leak who told me, but I can also say that there has been information provided. There's been information provided that would lead me to believe that everything is already agreed, and we're just waiting on the here we goes, pretty much. And look at this: 6 saves, right? 3 high claims, 5 from inside the box, a 1 key pass. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, an amazing performance from him overall. He did exactly what he needed to do. Let me see, what is FootMob saying? What did FootMob say about his performance? Because I think I think they also give interesting analytics for that type of stuff. Let me move my face cam back to the side. All right. So he got, right, man of the match. Look at this. Goals prevented, 1.71. I mean, those are some great. Look, 10 out of 21, 48% long balls. That's way better. That's like around what a keeper should be at, right? Accurate passes, 23 out of 34. You know, it's because he's making these passes. I think it's great, man. I think this is exactly the type of signing that we needed for a very, very long time. So I can't be upset with this. I really can't. I think this is exactly what we've needed. You know, this is exactly what we've needed. So, you know, I'm happy about this. I think, you know, a lot of people were obviously crashing out. They were upset. They were like, oh, but why are we just putting the 25 up front? Because if we know that we have the leverage, if we know that at the end of the day, Milan are going to be forced to sell, right? And we already talked player side and we have him arguing, yo, let me go. I don't want to be here anymore, right? If that's the case, then there was no need to rush this, right? And if we could save a couple 6 million here, if we could do the bonuses, we could do this, why not? That's good business. It's showing people, it's showing teams in the market that we are not pushovers. And I think that is very, very important to show teams we're not pushovers, right? We're not going to just let ourselves, you know, be taken advantage of because we need the player. You know, it's not smart business, man. It's not smart business. Yeah, I think he's perfect for the system. I think I agree with all the messaging, right? I think that we've seen in the past couple of days. Let me see if I can find it, right? Where we're saying like, hey, listen, Maresca really, really enjoys And we also got this yesterday, right? Positive contacts. Both clubs is asking for Maignan. Allegri tries to convince him to stay, but he made it clear he wants to go to Chelsea, and he has said to his management he will run out his contract if he doesn't move this summer. So they have to sell, bro. We knew this, and they had to sell, and it's a big one. Yo, big up, man. Big up, bro. Yeah, facts. Always, bro. It's always say no to Garnacho, man. Hashtag always say no to Garnacho, bro. Say no to Garnacho, man. Always say no to Garnacho. It's a great strategy by us. And to be honest, at the end of the day, I can't complain because I think we've done exactly what we need to do. We've moved in challenging. We've moved very smart. You know, and it is what it is. It is what it is. Obviously, we got the Casero news, the Santos news, but we'll get into that a bit later. Here we go. Chelsea were interested in Maignan last year. He's a long-term target, but Milan refused to sell, right? And this is another one that we got, Enzo Maresca, and this is from Fab himself, right? Enzo Maresca always watches Italian football and really appreciates Mike Maignan, so that's massive. You know, that's great news. I think that, you know, he's somebody who, you know, elevates our team. I think that because Maresca is exactly, you know, he did exactly what he needed to do this season, and I think that, you know, with the tools that he didn't really get, you know, I think I think we're good. I think we're good. No, there was news every hour. Now we're keeping behind the quiet. Yeah, I think, you know what it is, Miles Henry? Yo, big up, by the way, for being here. I think one of the things that, you know, really makes me, I think that they stopped giving a ton of briefings to Fab. And I think that's why a lot of people, you know, maybe crash out. Let me see. I'm hearing pies. The chat is saying pies. The chat is saying pies, man. The chat is saying pies. What we saying, boys? What we saying? Oh, from Fab. This is in. From Fab. Chelsea and AC Milan are discussing the possible add-ons in the Maignan deal, trying to figure out if there is a way they can agree on the structure. To me, like, this is it. If you are in a part of discussion where you are arguing about the add-ons, that pretty much, you know, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. That's why I put on the title, you know, the deal is imminent. We're almost there. If we are discussing this, it means we're almost there, man. We're almost there. I mean, with this, I think it's pretty much confirmed, right? I think with this, we can pretty much confirm, and we can take it, you know, I would say as gospel, you know, but we could take it on good authority that I think we're going to get this deal across the line, boys. That's huge news. Yeah, it's huge news. Like, again, once you start arguing add-ons, then I think you're in the green. Yeah, that's, you know, just ironing out. Like I said, I do think that, you know, going back to the Galletti news, right? That I think 19 million is the total, right? They're willing to accept 19 million pounds. The issue I think comes is they probably want more upfront and less in add-ons, and that's what they're trying to argue right now, right? They're just trying to find a middle ground. But again, this is great news. So this is pretty much deal done. This is deal donezo, man. This is deal done, man. Yo, listen, we're getting a real keeper. We're getting a real keeper, man, at the bridge. I love to see it, bro. You love to see it, man. Yeah, this deal is done, to be honest. Facts. Facts, man. Facts. I don't get why we're linked with Garnacho when we're going for Gittens, because you know, the Garnacho's agent is trying to link him to everywhere. They're trying to drum up interest. You feel me? You, Miles Henry, I wouldn't be surprised either, because again, you know, if you read this as well, right, it says, you know, we're confident it could be accepted, right? Which with the pies news, right, that we're discussing add-ons, I think that's, you know, I think that's a given. I think that's money. You know what I'm saying? I think that, you know, that's, you know, I think we got that in the bank. You know, hold on, let me get the soundboard. I think we're in there, right? I think that's money. I think that's exactly what we're doing, and I'm not too worried. So if we already have, right, if we got the paperwork ready, then I'm sure we got the jet ready. This is the goalkeeper we've been waiting for a few years. Yeah, bro. And not only is this the goalkeeper we've been waiting for a few years, I think people are underappreciating, right? Let's talk about this. Because let's have a serious discussion about this, right? We've seen in this UCL campaign and in plenty of UCL campaigns, right? If you want to go far in the UCL, a very important prerequisite is having a keeper who can pull off amazing saves. Having a keeper who can show up in the moment and say, listen, I'm going to keep us in this game. You know, even if the team isn't performing, I'm going to keep this in the game. Look at what Alisson was doing for Liverpool in that PSG tie. If it was not for Alisson, we would have been getting cooked. Let's be honest. Not we. I mean, you know, Liverpool would have been getting cooked. And without Mike Maignan, we would be getting cooked in the UCL. It's that simple. This is the type of keeper that we need to be competitive in the Champions League, right? Showing up in the big moments, big saves, suits the system, an experienced head. And we spoke about this before, and I brought it up on my last stream, that one of the positives that I've spoken about a lot internally within Milan, right? And one of the reasons we want to keep him is he is a leader vocally, not only with his performances on the pitch, but he's also a leader vocally in the dressing room. And that's exactly what this team needs. So this is great, bro. This is great. Listen, if we keep moving for opportunities, it is what it is. Like I said before, too, listen, Konate, if Konate doesn't want to sign the deal, you know, let's see what's up. Let's see if there's potentially something there. I don't really mind it. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So there we go. Might come into us. This is great timing. Like I said, UCL perfect timing. Don't want Oscar Nacho. That's what I'm saying. It's just the agent trying to drum up links. I'm not worried about that, bro. I'm not worried about that. Like he's some Petr check. Yeah, bro. Like, listen, everybody's always going to complain, right? But at the end of the day, if we believe, right, that Mike Penders is the guy that he's meant to be, right? This world-class, you know, like this world-class keeper in the making, then it makes sense for us personally to buy Mike, and Mike's going to give us a good 3 to 4 years until Penders is at the level that he needs to be to take over. And he can be learning, right? And he can have, you know, a year or two learning under Mike. So that's great. That's great for us, man. To mini Mike. That's what I'm saying, bro. We'll be there. What do you think about getting Kudus? I think Kudus would be a good signing for us. I think it'd be a good signing for us. It's, you know, it's prem proven. It's one of the things that, but we need to see on the price, because I'm not really feeling the, you know, the 85 million pounds. This is a bit too much. Like, if we're gonna spend 85 million pounds on a winger, add 20 on that and let's go in for Rodrigo. You feel me? That's the way I'm looking at it. That's the way I'm looking at it personally. Let me see if there's anything else, right? Because, you know, news is coming out quick. No, nothing else. Nothing else. But listen, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. It seems very advanced to me. Very, very advanced to me. But one of the other things, you know, speaking about Kudus, obviously something else that we do need to speak about is Gittens. Now, with the Gittens situation, it's looking like, right, it's going to be a bit difficult, bro. It's gonna be a bit difficult. And why do I say this? Is here we go. And hold up. And I also want to show this as well. So this is Patty, right? He's been a bit of an ITK in this whole situation. So he said that Maignan today has communicated that he won't renew with Milan if they don't send him to London, right? So you're on, like, he burned that bridge. Milan needs to sell to recoup 16 to 17 million euros. There you go. Ben Roberts is the main reason for Maignan. He likes him a lot. Been following him since 2 to 3 years, which we already knew, right? Which we already knew. And this is the news, right? So Gittens news the same. Dortmund are trying to keep him for the Club World Cup. They are then ready. Then they are, after that, they're ready to sell him for 50 million. We're going to offer 35 million max, right? And then he came out 6 hours ago and he says no Gittens for Chelsea in the Club World Cup. And one of the things that Pies as well, right? He said is that there was no Gittens update on the Fabrizio Romano live stream. So I think that's completely stalled. I think we are going to get Gittens. We're going to see the wingers come in after the Club World Cup. I think that's what it's looking like right now at this moment in time. That's what it's looking like right now at this moment in time. In terms of the Gittens situation, because we were speaking about Kudus, right? So right now, what is our winger situation going into this Club World Cup? Right now, and I think, you know, Pies also put it up right here. Chelsea's wingers currently for the Club World Cup group chasers, 3 matches. Neto, Madueke, and George. That's very thin, bro. Very, very thin. Guys, I want your thoughts on Osman rejecting Saudi. That shocked me, not gonna lie. You know, the thing with Osman rejecting Saudi is it is surprising, because if it was about money, he would have gone. So it's like, I think he wants to compete in Europe, but he has to be a bit realistic. Like, no one in the market currently is giving him 300 something K wages. You know, like, that's just not happening. He wants around 400K, right? 300K after taxes. Nobody's giving him that. Like, that nobody's giving him that. Let's be realistic. So I think he needs to be realistic about it. We can get a here we go tonight or tomorrow that we found our goalkeeper. Agree, gaming for life. 100% agree. I believe that the deal can also collapse. What's good? Yo, Adam, what's good, bro? 68 viewers, 22 likes. I know we can do better. Yeah, listen, hold up. 68 viewers, only 22 likes. Come on, bro. What is this conversion rate? Let's get the conversion rate up. And listen, if you haven't subbed, sub up. I'm on the road to 1K. I just hit 900. I know we could do it, man. I know we could do it. What's good? Yo, Joey, by the way, I sent the link in the chat if you want to join and you want to talk, man. Yeah, he either lowered. Yeah, he's running out of options. He lowers it or stays at Galatasaray, pretty much. I know window just opened, but just having Gittens addition on the wing and the Live Jackson striker might not even get us out for next season with other teams improving. You know what it is, bro? We have to wait and see because I think, first of all, Gittens hasn't happened yet. Also, the big up my brother Joey. I'm batting him to think again. Gittens hasn't happened. We have to see. There's still a lot of moving pieces. The fact that we didn't get Gittens makes the window a lot more interesting. So there's a lot still left to be seen. A lot, man. A lot. Yo, big up 300. Yo, Joey, how's it going, brother?
Bro, I'm good. I'm just making some food. I'll be on camera here in a second.
No, don't worry. You don't need to be on camera if you don't want to, bro. It's all good.
Just grinding, bro. Just grinding at work. That's all. Same old shit.
Yeah, here, same old.
Microwaving my lunch and fucking about to eat. That's all. Same old shit. I told you though this deal was going. This deal was moving though. I told you that shit.
Oh yeah, this deal.
The whole Hugo deal has gotten interesting for me because that shit's gone haywire. I talked to my guy today and he said, "Bro, like it looked like at first."
Yeah, facts. Hit me up.
They wanted Dylan Bakwa and Nanasi, and then they ended up going for this like Japanese winger at Freiburg.
Yeah.
And it ended up like fucking up everything. Then Chelsea said.
Also, hold up. There's an update, Joey.
What?
Chelsea stayed at 12.6 million pounds today due to Magnan's desire to wear blue. Milan does not accept. Chelsea must raise the offer. Talks continue into the night.
Who was that? Fabrizio?
No, not Fabrizio. From the Longo guy, the Milan insider. Yeah, thank you guys. I saw it.
Just pay the fucking thing, bro. Stop fucking around with this fucking number, bro.
Yeah, but this is, but you know what it is though, Joey. Low key though, like this news right now, this seems behind to me.
Bro, everybody who I've talked to said that we're paying 19 million. Everyone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This 12.6 million pounds. It's not. This seems old news to me.
Everyone I spoke to said we're paying 19 million plus.
Yo, big up Joel and also big up Marco, man. I appreciate it.
Is that in pounds?
Yeah, this is pounds right here. 12.6 pounds. That's what I'm saying. But Rudy Galletti, for example, said 19 million pounds. So I believe that this is the truth. I think that this news from Longo is old news, bro. Respectfully. Because if Fabrizio says that we're arguing add-ons, do you know what that tells me? When you're arguing add-ons, it means that you're now trying to see, like, Milan accepted the 19 million pounds. They just want to shift the amount that they're going to get up front instead of in add-ons.
Go to his page real quick.
Whose?
This guy's.
Longo? All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming this is what he said. Chelsea this afternoon was stuck at 15. This is euros. Buoyed by Maignan to wear the Chelsea blue. Milan wants more. A significant raise is needed. Negotiations continue into these hours. That's what he's saying. But Fab literally just said 15 minutes ago, they're discussing the possible add-ons in the deal, trying to figure out, like, when you're trying to figure out on the structure, that means you agree on the total. You're just trying to shift the thing. So the Longo guy seems like he's behind to me, respectfully.
I mean, it could be 12 plus add-ons, and then it comes to 19.
Yeah, I think when they're arguing add-ons, I think what they're trying to say is that Milan probably want something closer to like maybe 13 or 15 around that. No, I mean, sorry, like around 15 instead of the 13 that we're trying to offer up front.
I still think this shit gets done. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it gets them too, because like he pretty much confirmed as well, and you know we that was said like a million times, right? Like if he doesn't get this deal, he's just walking. Like that's it. They're getting no money for him. And then that was what said. Let me see if I could find it. It was literally yesterday that the news broke on that. Yeah, Allegri tried to convince him to stay, but he made it clear to Chelsea and to his management that he will run out his contract if he doesn't move this summer. So it's simple. That's why I agree. I think it gets done. We just have too much leverage. And with the Gittens thing right now, it does seem like that is not going to happen. It looks like Dortmund wants to keep him for the Club World Cup, and it looks like we're going in with 3 wingers for the Club World Cup.
I say drop the bag on Kudus.
Yo, big up. But the question, like 84.
I mean, you don't have to do 84, but drop the bag. Let's see if 70 will move the needle.
We have to see. I mean, West Ham. We try to. I mean, they try to. No, they try to offer players and cash and stuff, but that wasn't able to get it across the line last time. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see on that, man. Yeah, I low key agree, Adam. That's how I feel about the situation. I feel like 80 is too much. If we're going 80, then I'd rather go 20 more and go for Rodrigo. Try to go all in, see what's up there. Because I think at 20 million more, I think Rodrigo offers a significant upgrade to what Kudus could offer us. At least that's me personally. That's what I believe. We'll see. I think we'll get Maignan for the Club World Cup and have more transfer talks after. I would agree on this. I mean, that's what it's seeming like. I do think it gets across the line because, again, these are two very conflicting information, right? It says Chelsea must raise the offer, but then here it says that they're trying to figure out if there's a way they can agree on the structure. When you say they can agree on the structure, that means the total is fine. You just want to shift the way that the percentages, what's up front and what's add-ons. So I think this Longo guy is behind. Respectfully, I think this dude is behind. They're not taking out £60 million bag. Their 80 million demand for Kudus is outrageous. That's what I'm saying. And I agree 100% on that. I do think it's way too much, bro. I think it's way too much. And this is a great point, again, by Ernie, right? Like, if Rodrigo is 80 million euros plus 20 million euros in add-ons, then I'd rather pay that than pay the 80 million pounds for Kudus. That's crazy. Like, if we're going to be going up to this number, then I'd love to see Rodrigo for this number more than I would love to see Kudus if we are willing to put the 84 million pounds down.
I just don't think Rodrigo moves. That's been my stance from the get-go.
No, I agree, but I don't think. I'd rather have the money just in case, because I don't think Kudus is going anywhere, bro.
Like being sold?
Yeah, I don't think like a lot of clubs are gonna be putting up the money that they want.
His release clause is gone after July 1st or something like that. Or July 10th.
That's fine, because I was never okay with us playing the 84 pounds anyways. We would have to argue it down regardless. So explain how we have the leverage if Milan has the whole summer to sell him. If anything, we're at a disadvantage if he wants to close, because he wants Chelsea. That's where they're at a disadvantage.
And he has personal terms agreed.
We have personal terms agreed. Yep. And he wants, not only does he want UCL, he wants to play the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
Like I said, we have the leverage. I still believe if Osman wants to dominate Europe and drop his wages, I see us going in for him. No, I mean, I agree, but it's just not, he's not doing that. So it is what it is. I'm not worried about defense as much as I'm worried about the attack. We need more reliable attackers to aid Palmer. None of our winger strikers are dependable in a must-win game. Hopefully Enzo gets backed. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, there's still a lot of the window left, man. Like, a lot of people are crashing out as if, the window has officially ended. Yeah, it's literally been a week.
We're walking into the Club World Cup with only 3 wingers. People are crashing the fuck out, bro.
I hear Adam. Yo, 300 says hi, Joey.
Big up 300.
Yep. Did you see the heated argument on Lewis's stream yesterday between Matt and Jimmy? I did. I was there. It was funny.
Fuck Matt.
But listen, man. That's the information on that. I think also something that we could talk about, because I do think it's interesting, and I think that Frankfurt are playing their cards now. Is right here. No concrete talks for Ekitike despite social media claims Chelsea will have to revisit deal later in the window. It's looking like they want to hold on to the price and see what they can do. And I think the Adler News kid, he's also back that up.
Except they are relying on Saudi. Liverpool are relying on Saudi to sell Darwin Nunez, and then Darwin Nunez came out today. By the way, let me send this to you. By the way, I just got this from Link.
Yeah, it says Darwin Nunez will leave LFC as a new striker. The Reds want to sign Ekitike. Liverpool has time. Is not playing in the Club World Cup.
Wrong.
That's what this Adler news guy is saying.
Just 5 minutes, about 15 minutes ago. No, about an hour ago. Okay, let me send this to you right now.
Yeah, send it to me.
See,
so Maignan wanted to.
Conclusions. And this Adler guy has jumped to a couple conclusions too. It's in the tinfoil hatters.
All right, so this is from Darwin Nunez has rejected Al Hilal, his priority staying in Europe. I mean, if that's the case, then we can take our time, bro.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, bro. Nothing is a rush.
Yep, there's no way Chelsea would offer 80 million for Kudus. Yep, that's what I'm saying. We have time. Adler News really lied to us all. I think he just started making assumptions at some point.
He started making assumptions, bro. Because we all started making assumptions too. I made assumptions, and even the agents that I was speaking to then that are in Germany were making assumptions. Just making assumptions, that's all.
See, because this is what he's saying now, Joey. This is what he's saying now. He's saying Bill confirms that Liverpool will not push for Ekitike. That's what he's saying. His agent, however, is still in contact with Chelsea in the matter of Ekitike. Anything can happen, both Chelsea and Liverpool. But again, if they don't sell, then it is what it is.
Bro, like
they haven't even finished words.
Be surprised if he doesn't move. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't move.
Yep. Yo, Kelvin, big up, man. I'm doing good.
I have an appointment after this.
Yo, Mr. HD, what it do, man? Big up, bro. Masonu has joined Madrid. That's a confirmation of Rodrigo leaving. That guy's a kid, bro. That guy's a kid. I don't think it happens. I think the basic fee for Maignan will be around 12.5 million, and add-ons will make it something like 1920. But that's what Fab said they're arguing though, right?
I don't know where you guys are coming up with this. Masonu plays the 10.
That's what I'm saying, and he's a kid, so like Xavi's not trusting him regardless. Regardless of anything, he's not trusting him.
It probably marks the end of Guler, if anything.
Oh yeah, I mean Guler's probably gonna want to move too. Ancelotti was doing him dirty, man. 100 M's is so steep. Yeah, I mean it's too much. But the thing is, Frankfurt know if they can hold on long enough on the price, then they're hoping.
Liverpool doing 200 M deals in fucking one window. I just don't see it.
Agreed. I agree on that, man. I agree.
Even if they sold Darwin Nunez, like I just don't see that number being something that they, you know what I'm saying? Like I just don't see it.
Yep. I'll never see someone not taking goals bonus with reasonable wages. Listen, it is what it is. He wants the money up front, and literally no club has been able to make him change his mind on that. So it is what it is. Yo, big up Kelvin, man. But chill on that, bro. This fan base would rather overpay. Yeah, this fan base would rather overpay for every players, and then they would complain, why is every club taking us for suckers? I guarantee you that's what they want, bro. They want us to pay everything up front, and then when we are out here paying 80 M's for mid players, they're like, oh, why are we doing this? They're mid. It's like, okay, well, you set the precedent that you're an idiot. Now every club's gonna treat you like that. Does the window close at midnight UK time? I'm not sure. What time does the window close at? I don't know what time the window closes at, man.
I think to be honest, I would think it's tomorrow. I think it's US time. If anything.
I think it's sometime, then it'll be probably sometime around 2, 3 tomorrow then.
Wait a second. This is the Club World Cup registration we're talking about.
Yep.
So this would be tomorrow at midnight, probably Eastern time.
I hear it.
Because it's for the Club World Cup. It's not for England. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
7 UK time. So it's 7 UK. So yeah, it's around midday here.
Yeah.
On the East Coast at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ekitike is not it for 100 M's. No, but Ekitike is not it for 100 M's, but they know.
That sounds about right. Midday
US. Yep.
That sounds about right.
So like early Tuesday. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
It's like midday US is looking like.
Yeah.
But again, my question is, right, so is the part about us agreeing personal terms with Ekitike true?
I think like you can verbally do that shit.
Yeah, well, it was always a verbal agreement, right?
Right. So like I don't see it being an issue. Like, bro, like regardless on where he goes to, you just doubling his wages. Like it's not that deep. Like both teams just double his wages, which would bring him up to like $1.20 because he's at like 16 some change.
We still have time to close Mike and possibly Gittens. I think with Gittens, it's not happening, unfortunately, bro.
I don't think Gittens is gonna happen at all now.
So then, who do you think the winger is? Because we need two left wingers, bro.
I don't think we're getting a winger before the Club World Cup.
No, I know Club World Cup. No, I'm speaking about after that. Do you think Gittens doesn't happen this window at all?
I don't know. My fear it's gonna be Garnacho because Manchester United take like a cut price from us.
We'll see. I hope not. But I mean, if the whole part of, like, I don't understand why the club would do that, considering the attitude issues and all that stuff.
Offer 35 million for him, just like we offered for Gittens 35 million. You see what I'm saying?
I see it. I just don't. I don't think Maresca would be happy about that. That's my thing. And we've seen reports as well that like Duran and stuff. We didn't go in for him because we did the research. Attitude issues, right? His brother is an absolute fucking dickhead. So like I don't know, man.
I mean, like I hear it, but like it would take Manchester United taking a cut price deal, like because that's the only way we're doing it. Because I believe, regardless, bro, we're going for two wingers, like regardless. Like,
yeah,
I believe we're trying to go into the season 5 deep at winger, and I think I don't count George because I think he's more unknown.
Yeah, he's a kid.
Well, I just don't. I mean, so is Esteval, but I mean George is older than Esteval, but like I just think George.
Yeah, but Esteval, we don't want to trust anybody else with his development, so he's gonna stay at the club. I don't understand if our owner won't pay high wages to world-class players to sign them, then how long we would go on signing these young players. But again, that's very subjective on world-class and what that's worth. Like, I think everybody knows that Osimhen is a world-class striker, but if he's literally pricing himself out of every single club in Europe, then that has nothing to do with our ownership. It's like every single club is saying no to that, not just us.
I don't think that we're getting priced out of world-class players.
Yeah, no. As long as it's not Garnacho.
I don't think our wage structure is pricing us out of world-class players. They're pricing us out of dangerous deals. That's what they're pricing.
Uncle George is gonna make sure we get Lau. I mean, we'll see. That's definitely a possibility.
Bro, yeah, that's the one I think ends up happening.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about that because if we saw, in the final when Lau is on one, he can actually be a good player.
It's Mendes, bro, that makes me think it's gonna be Leao, bro.
Yep.
He's just baiting his time for us to not have another winger and us to pay like the 70 plus that they want.
It'd be good with Newsom Gittens. Why is City having a free run at Turkey? Because Turkey wants City. That's it. And nobody's gonna prime away from City. It is what it is.
Bro, people are enamored by Turkey, and I love the player, but bro, this is a player who's had 1 year in the league that's done really well for 1 year. Like last year was his first year really popping off. I've been watching this player since he was 16.
Yeah.
This is his first year where he really popped off, and he's lazy as fuck, bro. Bro, I don't know how anybody thinks
people.
Gonna work.
I was about to say people.
Anybody thinks
Joey, I have seen a lot of people saying, okay, City fixed their midfield issue. And I'm like, okay, so City's issue is they get over. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. City's issue is they get overrun in the midfield, right? So they sign Reinders,
who's on playing Rodri and that other kid that they got in January. I forget his name.
Nico something.
Nico, yeah. Unless they start.
They're not doing that though. They're not doing that. No.
And to think about it, right? They have Foden, Bernardo Silva still, Turkey. All play the 10. Reinders' best position, 10. Like, bro, Reinders is people are delusional if they think Reinders is an 8.
No, Reinders again. They are banking again. Cherky and Reinders offer no defense. Like they're going to be ran through in the midfield. So what we're asking Rodri, they're asking Rodri then on a recovering hamstring to cover all that ground. Give it up, bro. I honestly don't. I don't like Ekitike. He's not a Premier League profile. But okay, with the whole
unless Turkey plays in the wing, unless he plays him on the wing, I don't think he plays Turkey.
Yeah, listen, man. It is what it is on City. What I will say, with this comment though, I don't like the idea of Ekitike. He's not a Premier League profile. People said the same thing about Isak though. To like the kid just needs to put on a bit more muscle mass, and trust me, you'll see the vision. It's that simple. You'll see the vision, man. What about Rodrigo and other wingers?
That shit from the beginning, bro.
See, remember when.
I've been watching this kid for literally a little over a year and a half now.
Yeah, I hear it, man.
Talking to me about profiles. You watched comps. I've watched this player for fucking years. Like, let's not do this type of shit about profiles, bro. Because I'll really talk about profiles. Yo, I actually, to me, I went and I looked at the what's his face? What's the guy that Sky Sports uses nowadays? The guy that does all the little nerdy dude with the glasses.
No clue.
What I'm saying? He's the guy that does all the tactics and the profiles for Sky Sports now. Euro expert. That's his name. Yo, I'll go band for band with him on his profile of Turkey.
Also, Joey, by the way, Joey, there's an update.
Profile, bro. This guy watched half the season. He watched half the season.
Yeah, Joey. So there's a update from Fabrizio. Gittens is Chelsea's priority for the Club World Cup, but Garnacho remains a player appreciated by Chelsea.
Yeah, bro. Of course, appreciated, bro. Like it's where you know what that means. You know what that means. You can take 35 million from us. You could take 30 to 30.
We're offering you bottom bin, bro.
We're offering you bottom feeder numbers for him. Okay, you can take money from anywhere else you'd like, but you can take 30 million from us.
If you want us to take them off your hands, then you're gonna do it on our terms. Pretty much the sick.
I mean, that's how these guys work, bro. We don't work like if you haven't noticed. If it wasn't on our turn, if everything was on the other team's terms, we would have Mike already.
We're not really doing that. Yep. So the thing is, also on this thing, what about Rodrigo and other wingers? Again, Rodrigo is not available right now, right? And other wingers, we've done this before. The left wing market is absolutely trash. It is what it is. That's just unfortunate.
Well, I'm like, all right. So like other wingers, bro, like. You gotta think that of Chelsea right now of two separate things: pre-Club World Cup and post-Club World Cup. Okay, like that's what you got. Club World Cup starts tomorrow, bro. So like, what we have to talk about is like what is actually coming in before tomorrow, right? What's coming in a week and a half when that group stages end?
Yep.
Right? And then what's coming in after the Club World Cup? Because
I hear it.
You can't look at it in a why don't we have everything done right now?
Yeah. Right now, these signings are Club World Cup, and then we'll see after how it shakes out.
Bro, Man City still have no right back.
No.
They don't have a right back. Do you understand? They went and bought Turkey.
They're still gonna have an issue with and they still have an issue with goal scoring wingers, just like we do. They don't have goal scoring wingers, man.
That's why I think Turkey ends up on the wing, bro.
Yep. By the way, this also came out today by Sky. It says Chelsea will end their interest in Milan goalkeeper Maignan if a deal cannot be agreed by tomorrow's 7 p.m. deadline.
It is what it is. There it is. I think we get the deal done still.
By the way, I think that's a briefing. We're just trying to say we'll walk away.
Yeah, of course.
It's just pressure. As much as I think Hugo would be a good left winger for us, I think 100 M's is too much. Trust me, I've been
saying 100 M's we should be spending 100 M's. So you should just get that the fuck out of your head.
Also, big up Lucas.
Chelsea's telling you we're not going to spend 100 M's.
Yeah. Also, big up Lucas. Lucas says a Euro expert is an idiot, a guy with glasses who looks like a nerd who knows nothing about football.
Bro,
big up Lucas, man.
I'll go band for band with them. You want to go band for band profile?
I hear it, man.
Go band. Put the player on the deck. We'll go band for band. You don't get to look it up. I'll go by memory. That's what I want.
D is saying. D is saying we will pull a signing out of nowhere on deadline day, just like we did on Neto. No link whatsoever. I do think we're doing a lot of stuff in the background. I know they're doing a lot of stuff in the background.
And that's what I think it's gonna happen with Liao.
I agree. I think as soon as Felix
Because I
ends
think
up at
the only guy in world football that can keep a deal secret is Mendes.
I was gonna say, I think as soon as the Felix to Benfica stuff is done, we'll probably see Leao links. Or just Leao, here we go. It wouldn't surprise me. Because I think obviously Milan were receiving
Like
offers.
that connection, he's like, oh, we're gonna spend that Felix money on fucking Leao. Like that's what Mendes would probably be doing.
That's what meant. Yeah, I'm telling you, he's gonna put it that way.
No, that he's another one in football that needs to write a book, bro.
No, listen, I agree. I agree, Natalie Haywood. I would rather stick with who we have instead of buying Garnacho. It is what it is. Joey, I saw something on.
We don't have anybody at left wing is the problem.
We have 3 people, bro. But they're saying Joey, I saw something on Antonio Nusa. I think that Maignan deal is also done. Yeah.
Antonio Nusa, bro, is what Leao was when he was a kid.
I hear it.
His kid's fucking physical as a motherfucker, and he's a baller. The problem is he has historic back issues, like historic back issues. Back issues so bad that it stopped him from moves in England already. So it to me, I think we almost got that deal done. I think we almost bought Antonio Nusa, and the medical fell through. Like I'm almost positive. If it's, I don't know if it was us or in Tottenham.
Yeah, I hear it.
It might have been Tottenham, actually. Tottenham.
Mike almost.
So, yeah, he is one of them physical, technical wingers that you like. Their profile is extremely rare. Like,
yeah, but if he has back issues, especially with the way that the Prem is, like that's a big risk.
I don't know.
That's a big risk, bro.
I know that there was a team that already bought him. In
England. Barcola, I think, is Garnacho. Yeah, that's true. I think a lot of people are gonna try for Barcola. I don't see why the kid would want to leave PSG, man. I don't.
There's no reason to leave, bro.
Yeah, exactly. He's young.
Bro.
He plays games, and they're winning trophies. He's not gonna care, bro.
He's at home. He's at home, bro. He has no.
Yeah, it was Tottenham. You big up Yugesh. Do you think Neto can become a 10 goal, 10 assist in the Premier League season play for us? He would have already been a 10 assist this season if we had a real striker. If we had a real striker. Goals, I don't know. But again, it's one of those things where when you have a real striker.
5 and 15 though.
I hear that. Because you know what it is, Joey? When you have a real striker, a threat in the box that occupies the center backs that they have to really care about, then that just gives more space for what Neto likes to do, what he's good at, which is get those shots off from right outside the edge of the box.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
It gives him the second dimension to his game.
Yeah, his medical failed at Spurs. There you go. That's what it was. So his medical failed at Spurs.
There you go.
Yep. There you go.
So but like when you watch the player, he gives you Leao vibes. That's what he does. He gives. I
hear that. No, I hear that. I hear that, bro. I just need a decent winger through the doors right now at this moment in time.
I mean,
like that's really what we need, bro.
In my opinion, the sooner the better. But
yep.
That's why I just say, like
unless we're gonna play Palmer, I don't even know who do we play in the only 10 that we could potentially have is Pies, but that brother has not played in a while, bro. So I don't think they're gonna start him. We don't really have a 10, so Palmer starts.
The World Cup's a good spot to get fitness, though.
Yeah, I agree, but we'll see.
Especially against the teams we're playing, you should be able to gain some fitness against the LAFC.
I mean, the good thing is, respectfully, I think our group is really, really easy. So
yeah, of course,
I think
that's what I'm saying. In this Club World Cup group stages, there's players that can definitely gain fitness.
Yeah,
like Pies, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll probably
opportunity for him to get fitness. I don't know why. I mean, you guys have had a pretty tough schedule, I would say, for Ecuador, so you really haven't had the opportunity. That's kind of the way I see it. Is you just haven't had the opportunity to put him out.
I think he most likely gets minutes against Peru though, because Peru's full of old dudes and they're weak. Yeah.
You got Peru coming up. That'll probably be a game where he might even start in that game, give him 45 or 58 minutes. Yeremy Hernandez is highly linked to Cuomo, but I think it would be probably a Strasbourg level move for him. Just not ready yet. That's all I get, bro. He was playing in Spanish League 2 last year. Let's take we could take a break from Yeremy Hernandez. You know what I mean?
Yep. I can see Leao coming, Joe Mendes. Yeah.
Get Mike done. And then be like, yo, cut rate deal for Sanchez, West Ham. What you saying?
Yo, Hazardinho, can you send me the tweet? What is the tweet, bro? I'm really worried about Esteval flopping because he's a big money and a hyped signing.
Nah, you
and I don't think
get somebody to play above him that's not that.
Yeah, bro, it's chill, man. It's chill.
That way he doesn't have to fucking come in and be a starter right away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much. The thing is, okay, the thing, by the way, everybody is really, what people need to understand about the game against Ecuador, bro, is that we are the best defense in South America, bro. You cannot judge him in a dysfunctional team.
For the entire game,
bro, again, you can't judge him when he is in a dysfunctional team that played almost exclusively down Vinny's side against the best defense in South America. That's not that's not fair, bro.
You guys play Peru tonight, right?
No, tomorrow. The games are tomorrow. I understand why we are getting Gittens. He doesn't need overlapping fullbacks, and Maresca doesn't play overlapping fullbacks. No, I agree. I think Gittens fits the system. I get why we're in for him, right? I guess the bigger issue, right, is it can't be just Gittens, and we don't want to pay 60 M's for him either.
Yeah, because that's why you don't want it to be just Gittens, because you paying 60 M's means it's going to be just Gittens.
Personally, I can have, again, and this is another thing, we are going to be able to see Delap, because I think they're going to want to give a lot of games time to Delap, because there's nothing new that, respectfully, Jackson is going to show us nothing new in the Club World Cup. We already know what he looks like in the system.
We might see Jackson left wing.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
With the amount of wingers we have, guys, we might be seeing Jackson left wing.
That's why we need Kudus. Yeah. I hope we hijack Mbuemo, Aimo, Rancis, Aid are getting giddy. I hope we get Yockers and Mbuemo off them. Bro, listen, like, they are doing way too much, bro. Trust me. They did the same thing when with Amarim got signed. It's not enough.
Let them do all this. Did you
they don't.
See the way that Rance was twerking for fucking twerking
I did.
A midfield?
I did.
Like, yo, he was like, I don't care if we don't have a midfield. Just give me runners. Okay. We'll see about that.
The issue is, guess what? You already, again, when you are subjected to what, like, Ugarte, Casemiro, Bruno midfields, we'll be there, bro. Because I guarantee you, when Amarim sees that the midfield is getting ran by, he's gonna put in all the runners and all the he's gonna put in the Ugarte, Casemiro pivot. He's gonna do it.
Yep.
He's gonna do it.
Give me that Ugarte, Casemiro pivot all day long.
Yep. Players I'm excited to see at the Club World Cup is Delap and Asugu. I mean, I think I'm excited to see Delap because, and I've said this before, like, people have not realized that we have suffered 2 seasons without a striker.
Yeah.
So when we see an actual striker, we'll be like, oh my God, this is what we should have had the entire time.
Do you think he plays
Simple.
Felix? He's probably gonna play Felix.
I think Felix, low key though, with the way that we have a lack of wingers and stuff, we might see Felix. You're not wrong, bro.
Yeah, we probably see Felix, bro.
We might see Felix. You're not wrong. We might see Felix. We'll see. Maybe like play him a bit, raise his price before we give him to Benfica.
Well, Benfica wanted him for the Club World Cup, so that's just coming down to the wire now. You get it done or you don't.
Yo, look at this fraud, by the way. Look at this fraud, bro. Look at Ahmed, man. Garnacho dagger tomorrow. How about you go suck a dick, man? Why do you always want the worst for this club, bro? Look at this, man. Nah, big up though, Ahmed. I'll talk to you later, bro. We're gonna do your stream.
We'll see you on your stream later, bro.
Yeah, we'll see you on your stream later, man. Nah, but what I will say though is that's a good point. I do think we see, you know what it might be too. If we don't have any wingers, bro, we might see some weird stuff like, you know, Felix, you know, Palmer in the 10 or Palmer on the right, you know, Felix on the left. We could see Jackson on the left. Like, there's a lot, bro.
Felix Paez playing in that Club World Cup too.
Yeah.
Jackson left wing. I can see
if we don't sign any left winger before the Club World Cup, then I'm seriously worried because I don't trust Neto in the left wing, and Madueke and George will get minutes, but I don't know about him, man. We'll see, man.
Bro,
RSM, do you prefer Kudus or Morgan Rogers?
Yo, let me tell you something. We don't play anybody in the group stages.
Yo, big up Lucas. Big up, man.
Nobody in the group stages. And we can get but we can buy players, we could get players for after the group stage.
We can.
So, like, there's no reason to be like, everyone's stressing for no fucking reason.
That's just his fan base, though, man. That's just his fan base. We already know.
I'm worried about, bro. We don't play anybody until fucking after the group stage.
Yeah, listen, hold up. We have 100 people in here. We're at 51 likes.
This
Thank you. If
team
you haven't
have
if you haven't subbed up. We're on the road to 1K.
You know what I think it is, Joey? I think because Neto just played a final, and like we just don't have like a lot of wingers outside of Neto and
I agree. Our midfield is nice,
I
bro.
understand, like
Our midfield's
should be
one of the
okay
best in
for the
Europe. I
first
don't care what
round,
anybody gotta say to me.
but they're probably just concerned that like Neto just played yesterday, and when's the game? Is it next?
Cucurella and Neto played 120, bro.
Yeah, like we don't have a backup left back either, so it's like we're gonna have to do something there.
No, Viega's gonna be with us.
Oh, that's right. I forgot, bro.
Do you think Viega's even gonna play, bro? Because some of these brothers coming back burn bridges, bro.
But they're back with us. I know.
Because this is the thing. By the way, we're talking about left wingers, for example. Like Sterling is not playing, bro. Sterling is a left winger who's coming back and he's not playing, bro.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean Viega wouldn't.
We'll see. I want to see Anselmino. I was high on him. We'll see. I mean, we're definitely gonna again. Like
We offered. I guess it's from Sky. Let me see. Let me translate it real quick. Chelsea are proposing an exchange between Christopher and Nkunku, 35 million to Frankfurt, or the striker Hugo Ekitike in this summer pass market. It's in Spanish, so.
Okay. Can you send it over? I'll put it up on screen. Yeah, appreciate it, man.
I knew we would do some shit like this.
Yeah, so Sky Cavez said the two clubs have been in talks throughout the day on Maignan. Chelsea are also in talks to sign Gittens from Dortmund, but they may revisit that deal even if it is not completed by tomorrow's deadline. Low key, because it's like, listen, Dortmund, if it is what it is, bro. You might still get done up. And we could still register him. We could still register him for the knockout. Anyway, no.
Act like Madrid right now, bro. That's what we're doing. We're trying to bully teams. That's what we're really trying to do.
Oh, here we go. What's up, Ahmed?
Listen, boys, I'm just on the way home. Thought I'd make a nice little cameo. Listen, there's over 100 of you guys,
I got an appointment.
Listen,
take it easy.
Take it easy, man. Peace.
As I was saying, listen, we're almost at 1K here. There's over 100 of you guys.
Yes, sir.
Let's get 1K, please, Basti.
I appreciate it.
Secondly,
Appreciate
man,
it.
You know, the only reason I did Garnacho daggers because I saw Fabrizio do the little thing about Chelsea still appreciate Garnacho, innit? Now that got me a little bit worried, you know, a little bit worried, you know.
Yeah.
It's not in the back of my head, you know what I mean? Like, why would he say that? He wouldn't be saying.
You know what it is? You know what it is, Ahmed?
I'll be hearing some random tomorrow. Yeah, I just go on my phone, yeah, randomly. You know, I'm on the construction site randomly. You know, I just open my phone just to see what's going on, and I see Chelsea bid for Garnacho and it gets accepted. Like, you know what I mean? I'll be honest, I might destroy the construction site itself, man. You know what I mean?
He's ready to jump, right?
No, bro, I'll tell you, if we get Garnacho, bro, I'm hitting the Assassin's Creed jump in real life, bro. No, hey.
The reason why I just said that, yeah, obviously, is because I don't understand. Why would he say that, though? Like,
look at this. Look at CNAC. CNAC said, "Shut up, Ahmed. My lunch is ruined."
No, but that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I'm about to have dinner right now, yeah.
Also, big up Prime.
I'm gonna be thinking about it, like, bro, why did he mention that, bro? Like, why did he mention it? He didn't need to
because
that,
no, I'm not. This is the thing. I spoke with Joey, and I do think we're probably gonna offer them like 30 M's, like the lowest possible amount. But we're not paying like the 50 or 60 that they're asking for, bro.
Yeah, I get that, but then why would you mention it? Don't need to mention it, isn't it? Unless you think Chelsea's going to do something serious, then why mention it, bro?
We'll see, man. We'll see. I told you, by the way, I said this, and I told Lucas too, bro. Like, listen, everybody crashing out on Gittens. I said this any day, bro. I'll take Gittens any day of the week over Garnacho.
I told Lucas, yeah.
Give me kitty cat, bro.
Yeah, there you go. And there you go.
Give me kitty
cat,
cat,
I always said Gittens was always gonna be the backup option for us, right? They're gonna go for someone else that's gonna be around about the front three, excluding the striker. That's gonna be the guy, right? So that's all. Like, listen, and also, like, you know, I've been seeing people crash out about Maignan and stuff like that today. I said, why are we crashing out over this guy? Like, we know that it's gonna happen, all right? I don't understand why we listen. I know this club gives PTSD a lot of the time, but like, there's some stuff where it's just quite easy to know it's quite easy to understand stuff. So like, I just don't understand why we're trying to
It's
be.
because no one trusts the SDs, bro. Like they all
No one.
screw up deals. That's what it is.
I
I'm
get
still
that.
frightened, bro. I'm still frightened.
It was the thing is like again, you look at the Enzo deal, owners had to come in. You look at the Caicedo deal, owners had to come in. You look at the Osman deal, owners had to come in. Like I get why, but
my problem is, I always tell people, I have zero confidence in the club when we do 40 to 45. Once we hit 45 million and above, I don't trust the club.
oh yeah, no, the sporting directors are out of here. Yeah, they're out of here, bro. They're useless. They're useless.
That's why for me, I've always been confident on this deal because I've always said the deal in terms of monetary wise is so low they can't just fuck this one up.
But this is a big, but this is different. And I'll give you a reason why. Like this is a big name, right? And fans are pissed off, and I understand because think about it. We spent 100+ million on a bunch of scrubs at goalkeeper, and then they're penny pinching what 15 million, 10 million in difference.
No, I get that.
You know
Listen,
like,
I get the hindsight argument. I just think the only reason why they're just doing that is because in the last year of his deal. I genuinely think it wasn't in the last year of his deal.
Bro,
I think the club would have stocked up the money,
I think of a player of his caliber, I would have just paid it. I understand negotiations. I understand
also, but again, like, bro, like, again, look at the screen again, because again, this Longo Milan insider 40 minutes ago was like Chelsea stayed at 12.6 million pounds today, right? Milan does not accept. Chelsea must raise the offer, but legitimately 10 minutes before, Fabrizio says we're discussing add-ons and we're trying to figure out a way that we can agree on the structure. Agree on the structure means that they are agreeing on the final amount that we offered. They're just arguing what percentage is upfront, what percentage is add-ons.
Again,
so
if they get it done tomorrow, like kudos to them.
I'll be honest with you. Because I think this probably gets done tonight. Because
I agree.
I will praise them if they get it done, and
because I think if they want to really get it done before Club World Cup, they probably want to.
Yeah, those are nasty, bro. I told you the Osman Olise fumble window. I'll never get my sleep.
Done, I don't think any fan is gonna be like, oh, listen. At the end of the day, just get it done, bro. Because people have PTSD because they don't trust them, bro. Olise, they did it with Osman, they did it with this.
Bro, they did it with Caicedo and Enzo too.
Listen, but as I always said, all those deals they were above 45 million. They don't fuck up any deal.
But again, people get pissed, right? Because they'll go out and they'll pay 50 million on a Brazilian wonder kid or whatever, right? And then when it comes to these 50 million for like Olise, right? Oh, he's too expensive. The salary's too. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
the point I'm trying to make. But that's the point I'm trying to make. That's the point I'm always trying to make. When they reach a certain threshold of a certain price range, of a certain contract range. These guys, they don't know.
That's why I don't think we'll get Ekitike, bro. There's no way these guys can get Ekitike.
No shot. There's no way. It would legitimately have to be the owners, bro.
It would take.
Oh, hold up, guys. Plettenberg update. Hold up, Plettenberg.
Okay.
Plettenberg just hit the timeline, bro. Again, here we go. There we go. No agreement yet between Ekitike and Chelsea. Frankfurt have also not received any official offer. A participation in the Club World Cup is currently ruled out. Unclear how things will progress with Chelsea. A deal in the next transfer window is still possible, but Liverpool remain in the race and have also held concrete talks with the players' camp as Nunez, Jota, and Chiesa are all candidates to leave.
As I've always said before, the club's gonna have to essentially capitulate to make this guy happen. Otherwise,
but again, but it's pretty much saying that it's not happening for the Club World Cup though. Like if they do capitulate, it won't happen here.
It's not gonna happen for this. It's not gonna happen on Tuesday. But if the club is serious about trying to make all their deals happen before the end of June, which is when the group stages end, correct, guys?
Yeah, around there.
Then that's when then they're gonna have to capitulate by then. That's the problem.
I hear it.
I think right now, at least from their perspective, they don't wanna be paying premium fees for the Club World Cup, if that makes sense. That's why you're seeing the way they're fighting against Gittens and Maignan, at least in terms of like the transfer wise. Which listen, you have if I'm being like objective enough, it's fair for them.
But again, one thing I will say, Ahmed, is I think that your theory might have some traction, right? If we're not looking at Gittens, right? If we're not, because I think the Garnacho stuff is a bit dead. What I will say though is I think, especially with the news that Benfica are looking at Felix. I'm not gonna lie, bro. We already know what happens when our owners and our sporting leaders have to talk to Mendes, bro. He always offers another player, man. Always.
I told you Leo's gonna come to Chelsea, bro. I know Leo's probably be the guy.
He's not coming to Chelsea, bro. He's not coming.
I promise you, he's gonna come to Chelsea.
He's
bro.
not
I
coming to
promise you.
Chelsea. We're not,
When
we're
that
not doing
happens, listen.
it.
I
People are
always
getting
say-
excited because he.
Yo, big up, Brian.
Was one of the worst
No.
defenders in the league.
Again,
And
Lucas,
nah,
you know
nah,
I don't like it. By the way, I'm just being objective in the fact that we know who controls part of our football club, and that's all.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
No,
bro.
I get it, I get it.
Jorge Mendes has our sporting directors by the balls, man.
But he has other players though. Like he has Yildiz. Like he has other players that he represents. Like it could.
Yeah,
be,
but the club will want to make like a big name signing. That's what
The problem is like Bayern apparently. I don't know if you saw the news, guys. Plan A for them is Plan A actually is Barcola. They want to get. Barcola.
I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's their Plan C. He's their Plan C apparently, alongside Gakpo, and there was like another winger. So there's I forgot who the B who's their backup option. So that just goes to show you.
This
I'm
man's.
about to hit the underground, and there's no signal there. So,
Alright.
later.
Yeah, take care. Peace, brother.
Yeah, we'll see
I mean,
on the left wing, but
the issue is right now, right? Like I think with Kudus, I don't know about you, bro, but I'm not trying to pay 84 for him.
nah, I think people are overrating him too much. Like I like Kudus. I think he's a decent player, but I think people are doing too much.
Like I think he would be good for a certain price, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, 50 mil max. I would not pay over 50.
Yeah, bro, like 50 in a player, man. 50 in a player. Like I'll do that.
Even play a player, and I'll tell you right. Like I watched a lot of Kudus this season, right? And I get he was playing left wing because of Bowen. I actually think Bowen is a better player than he is personally.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Kudus, like for me, he's a P&P guy. He's very physical, but he's also very technical as well. And of course, he can strike the ball, but he's very frustrating at times, bro. And I think Mike's right, who actually is a West Ham fan. I think he's spot on. Like Kudus was not
of
great
course.
this season. And
No,
he was very inconsistent. He was very poor. Like he's just someone that's very frustrating at times, you know. And I mean, he could fit our system, but in a possession-based system, which they did try in the beginning of the season, he was not great. So, I mean, he's going to be one of those players that we have no idea how he's actually going to perform in this type of system. You know, he was really good at Ajax, but I have no idea. Like, at a certain value, 50 million, cool. But over 50 million, I would not pay over that, personally.
Yeah, I agree. And I think right now the issue is, right, like, these are the only wingers we have. Neto, Madueke, and George, bro.
Again, for the first round, I think people are just like, it should be good enough for the first
No,
round.
for the first round, it's fine. I don't really care. It's just one of those things where we're very clearly not going to have a preseason. So having the wingers already in the club and integrating is going to be important.
I'm just worried like that one of them gets injured, right? Like Neto just played, right? With the
Yeah, bro, he pretty much had an injury-free season, which is crazy for him.
And he's super injury prone. And then he just played 110 minutes yesterday. And you know he's been playing a lot this season, and I'm just worried that
low key. I saw somebody, Joey was saying, and low key it might have to happen, bro. We might see Jackson on the left, Delap up top, bro.
And I don't think Jackson works as a winger in this system because when he was at Villarreal, it was a completely different system. It was more of a counterattacking system.
Yep.
Right.
Then I said the one thing I will say, like our only saving grace, bro, is that the teams in our group are mad easy, bro.
Yeah. I think we should
be beating all of them.
Yeah, we should be fine with in the first round. I think people are just
Yeah, the issue comes, right, like what are we going to do during the group stages so that when the the actual knockout rounds begin, we can start registering other players. So we have to see what happens with who we can get across the line at that point in time.
I mean, it's good that we got the lap in early, and if we can get Maignan maybe tonight or tomorrow, I mean, that's perfect. You know, Gittens, if we get it after the second round, right, for the second round, then that's perfect, you know? Like, just because of Garnacho, man. Like, if he's...
That scared you. I told you, bro. I told you.
Gittens, bro. Like, I don't like Gittens, but listen, over Garnacho, I'll pick pretty much anyone back, honestly.
Like, bro, like, imagine like a game like the Brighton 3-0 or like the Ipswich, right?
Yeah.
Then we have to deal with Garnacho comments and his dumbass brother. Like, nah, bro, I'm good off that, respectfully.
I don't like him as a fool. That guy sucks, bro. Like, he's just...
Yeah, he's head down and run. That's what he is. He's head down and run, bro.
Like, he's just not good at anything, man. Like, he's one of those players that he can't cross the ball. He has no weak foot. You know, it's just shit.
Yep,
like, he's
agreed.
Worse than Madueke. Like, he's much worse than Madueke, and it's not even like debatable, man. I'd rather keep Madueke than get Garnacho. That guy.
Yeah, bro. People were saying something Madueke. I'm like, brother, we're gonna have two wingers then.
Maybe Tyreek George does something, but I don't know, man. I think we're gonna have to keep him for the first round at least, and then we'll see what happens. But I think Gittens does get done. I think you can get something like 35 million plus add-ons, and then
Yeah.
I mean I think it's a low risk deal, you know. And again, if he starts scoring and he performs, then cool, you know what I'm saying? Like he is a
Yep.
touchline winger, and again, my problem with touchline wingers, there aren't many great touchline wingers in world football, bro. Like
hmm
top of the top, you aren't gonna find many like great
No.
elite. Because the thing is,
A lot of wingers are like play more like inside forwards now, bro.
Yeah, they're all inside forwards / like hybrid tens and shit. That's what they are, man. Like,
Yep.
think about it. Like, look around the like Embuemo's not really like like all these guys are like forwards kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like they're all forwards or like
Yep.
like hybrid wingers.
The thing with the Embuemo stuff and like United, it works because they have wing backs, so he can play inside forward. It doesn't matter. He doesn't have to be a touchline winger. Because a lot of people are like, oh, we should get Embuemo. I'm like, brother, Embuemo's gonna drown in the system, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work with United, because Cunha and him, they're very like shoot heavy type of players, and if they get a striker that needs service, like I don't know how that's gonna work. But
Bro, I'm telling you, it's literally gonna kill me because we've seen Gyökeres, like that brother. He the only time he can create is when he's running into space. He's not getting that in the prem. And then Cunha and Buemo and Bruno, bro, are all shoot heavy players, bro. It's like NBA. You have 3 players who want to shoot the ball, bro. Like they're all ball in hand and they want to shoot. Like that, it don't work like that, man.
yeah, all these guys are shooters, man.
Yo, big up E.
And again, they don't have a midfield, bro. People think that Ugarte and Bruno.
Yep.
That's a horrible pivot.
I'm telling you, man, it really is scary hours for us, bro. Like in terms of the winger situation, because we could end up with some horrific wing, bro. It could be like Gittens Garnacho, bro. Like that's the worst case scenario for me, bro.
I hope we don't get both, man. That would just.
But that's what I'm telling you. Like it could be Gittens Garnacho. I think realistically, like best case scenario is obviously we get like Rodrigo in, right? Then I don't really care who's the second. Like we could even get Garnacho. If you could tell me, if you could like do like a monkey paw, like you can get Rodrigo, but you have to get Garnacho into the club, I'll take it. Fine, whatever, bro.
I like Rodrigo because he's not frustrating to watch, man. All these other guys, they're just taking too many touches, and it's just like, piss me off, bro. Like every player that pisses me off, I don't want them. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there are players that just nah. Like that's why I don't like Nani and these guys, like because they just piss me off, bro. Like they just take too many touches and just. That's the thing, bro. Like Gittens, he's gonna frustrate the hell out of people, but he's 35 million. You know. So and again, he's gonna probably try to work hard. Garnacho, you know what to expect with Garnacho. Like the guy's gonna complain if he doesn't.
No brain, bro. No brain. Yep.
He's gonna complain if he doesn't play every match, bro. You know this. Like this is gonna happen.
He's no reason. He's the ability of an absolute mid player, but he thinks he's like Ronaldo, bro.
I can't believe that guy made it to the Argentina national team, man. Like.
They don't rate him, bro. They don't play him. They literally don't rate him. Scaloni doesn't play him, bro. He doesn't rate him.
He's terrible, man. Like, bro, just think about it, bro. This guy plays for United, bro. Like, oh my god, man. This is how you.
Bro, he started almost the entire season for him, man. It was crazy.
Bro, oh my god, man. Like, football is just falling off. Like, every fucking team is just shit, bro. Italy, like, they might not even qualify for the World Cup.
Oh, but no, Italy. By the way, Italy officially, if they don't qualify, they are no longer a World Cup team. That's too many times back to back. They didn't make the World Cup.
3 times, Arsene. 3 times in a row, bro.
That's what I'm telling you. If they don't qualify this time, you can't call them a World Cup team anymore. You can't. Bro, they're not. That's almost an entirely new generation of kids who have never seen Italy in the World Cup. You're not a World Cup team anymore. You're a stranger to the World Cup, which is crazy to say for Italy.
It's crazy because again, Brazil fell off, but Italy like fell down to hell.
Oh yeah, Italy legitimately like. Yeah, no, the thing is like, Brazil fell off, Italy died, bro.
Like they died.
Yep.
Bro. Like and I can't see like a way back from these guys. Like I watched some of these I watched them play the other day with Norway against Norway. And I was like, bro, this team.
We're getting done up. Morning Zombie says Ekitike will go Liverpool, Gittens will stay at Dortmund. Kudus we won't pay nowhere near his valuation. So who's left remaining? That's the issue, bro. Left wingers, left wingers don't got the sauce anymore in current day football, man. Everybody on the right.
The thing is with Leao, Morning Zombie, Morning Zombie, I think he got mad at me the other day because I was talking about Leao. Listen, Leao, again, for me, as someone who watches a lot of Milan, bro, like he's one of those guys that he's very inconsistent, bro. Like he's gonna have one of those games that, like, oh my god, this guy's special, and then like, the very next game he'll have like a 2 out of 10 performance.
He'll do nothing.
You
Yeah,
know?
he'll be a ghost.
He's very inconsistent, and he's very lazy, and he's just one of those players that like you never know what you're gonna get from him. You know, and at
Yep.
that price, you know, you want someone that is gonna provide a level of consistency. You know, and you already have
Yo,
this
Lyndon,
team
what's good, brother?
in this team, bro. Like, I don't want more inconsistent players. Like, I want like just give me a guy that's gonna be
Yo,
a 7 out of 10.
Lucas, I can't lie, bro. It does kill me because like we're having discussions about wingers, and then every so often somebody's like, "Bro, anybody but Garnacho." Like, you know, we as a fan base, we might all fight. We might have different wingers, but at least we can all agree anybody but Garnacho.
I'd take Leao over like some of these guys that we link with, bro. Like, and I'm not even the biggest fan of Leao, but at the same time, again, we don't have great wingers, bro. They're all inside forwards. They're all like 10.
Again, we fumbled on Olise. That was for me. It's like the big fumble, man.
That
was a big fumble.
SDs, bro. Until I see Maignan with the shirt, even after the here we go, I'm gonna wait to celebrate because I don't trust these guys, man.
I do agree with Morning Zombies comment. By the way, I do think the only winger available for the left wing who's consistent would be Rodrigo.
He's the only one, bro. He's the only one for me because again, he's a match winner. You know, he has the experience as well and like the highest level. People are like, "Oh, can he do it against Premier League?" Bro, did you guys not see what he did to us? He literally disqualified us from the 2022. Bro, we were gonna win that Champions League. I thought we were like on a run, bro.
Yep.
Like we were like, did you remember that game when we came back versus Madrid, bro?
Don't remind me, man. A part of me died, man. A part of me died. I know. A part of me died, bro. A part of me died. I know. I was there.
That fucking goal, bro. I wanted to.
A part of me never came back from that day, man.
But we were like, was it 3 up, right? And then it was just like they scored 2 goals.
Yes, they scored 2, bro. I saw it. I saw us lifting the Champions League again. On God.
I did, bro. Because we played Real Madrid off the park, bro. Like
we bopped them. Right? We bopped them, man.
Dominated, bro. Pulisic, all these guys, they were cooking, and then it was just.
It fell apart, bro.
And then Rodrigo and Benzema just killed us, bro. Modric, man, that fucking guy, man, the rat. Can't believe it, man. He's so good, bro. He's so.
Yeah, he's
good,
really too good, man.
He's too fucking good. Oh man.
Leao and Enzo off the ball on the same wing. They're unreliable. That's too much for Cucurella on that side. So Leao was a no.
Yeah, he's not gonna help Cucurella at all.
No, he's not. And neither is the thing is Enzo tries. He's just not Caicedo. like Enzo tries to run back. He just doesn't know how to do it as well. Like that's the issue. Yeah, it's a painful left wing market. That's what I'm saying. But like if we had to, because like what are the big money options?
Bro,
like this
that's transfer market, right? The other day I think Joey put transfer market like the left wingers. There aren't great left wingers, man. That's the issue. And the ones that are like great, you can't buy them, man. You can't buy them.
Well, they're happy at the clubs they're at.
They're happy at the clubs they're at, you know, and it's impossible to get them. Like look at Bayern, bro. They're trying to get Leao, you know, because they don't have a left winger. You know.
Yep. There should have been 4-0. That Alonso goal stands. I don't care. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. The Alonso goal. Yeah. Jesus.
All right, let me see this. So, no, I need left wingers. Where is it? Main position. There we go. Give me a left winger.
We could try to look at right wingers afterwards. Again, I gave the option of what was his name? Jesus Christ. Why is it escaping me right now? The Real Madrid winger.
This is fair from TKL, by the way. Leao, someone who is somewhat proven, quote, too inconsistent for the price. Ekitike, one good half of a season, pay the money. I mean, people think like that, bro. But that's the thing. Like there are people who think like this, TKL. We're not those people. We're saying he's not worth anywhere near 100 M's. Not even close.
Yeah. Yeah.
Palmer, Gusto, and Nico were small buys that turned out great. I don't know if you call Nico turned out great, bro.
I'm with you, bro. Like I don't want either. So like for me, it's just like we don't have any options.
Yeah, again, but look at the screen. This is the issue with left out, right? Like Vinny, we're not paying 170, and he's not worth that, bro. Kavicha was a big fumble, but like he only wanted PSG. So what was anybody meant to do? Like I saw a lot of people being like, "Oh, all of our clubs fumbled, brother. If he only wanted PSG, what were we gonna do?" Rafinha, Leao was number 4, right? Nico Williams. With Nico Williams, it's crazy because he would ask for more wages than Leao and cost more than Leao, but he's not worth it, bro.
Nico Williams is Milinkovic Savage. If the streets know what I'm talking about, that guy would be linked to every single freaking team every single season and
Yeah.
never lose, bro. He never
Bro, I mean, look at this, bro. Luis Diaz. You want to talk about inconsistent? This brother is the epitome of inconsistent, bro. Cody Gakpo.
70 million, man. That's crazy. Gakpo, same thing. None of these guys are good enough, bro.
They're all inconsistent. Yeah.
Gordon, one good season. This season he fell off. Martinelli.
Get off the screen, bro. Bynoe.
Bynoe's quality, but again, he's another like 10.
He's an inside forward kind of guy. Yep.
Yeah, he's a 10, bro. He's a cam, you know.
Then this is the thing. I take Barcola if he's available. This is the issue. He's not leaving, brother. He's just not leaving.
He can't finish, bro. Like,
he's not going anywhere. Look at this. Jamie Gittens. This is where at. Jamie Gittens. See number 12. This is who we're going after.
Oh my god.
Because again, that's what I'm saying. Like this is where bro. Rashford, come on, bro. We already bought this kid, Giovanni. We already bought him.
Oh my god.
Yildiz. Yeah, that's the thing though. Like Yildiz, I agree.
Some of these guys,
Yildiz is a baller. The only issue is he's not a touchline winger. Like it's unfortunate, but
he's not. You're gonna have to overlap for Yildiz.
News on CFC Decadio.
Semenyo, bro. That guy can't finish for shit, bro.
You know.
He cannot finish, man.
Mitoma, give it up, bro.
But both frustrating as hell as well. I don't know who Igor
Harvey Barnes, bro. Harvey Barnes is top 20 left winger in the world, man.
Oh my god, 27 years. Who's Rodriguez? I don't know who Paixão is either.
Me neither, bro. This is where we're going to. Kingsley Coleman, bro. Top 25 winger in the world. All right, man. Put the fries in the bag, bro.
That's the guy, bro. Every summer.
Put the fries in the bag, man. All right, let me look at the right wingers, bro. I'm telling you, the right wingers are eating, man. They're eating good. Look, bro. First of all, get Foden off my screen, man. Get that bum off my screen, bro.
Oh isn't he right winger? I thought they would put him at right.
They don't even know where he at, bro. Like I told you, he's a false 10. He plays nowhere and does nothing. I told you he's a false 10. He plays nowhere and does nothing.
I actually like Malik Fofana, but again, I don't think he's ready yet. So it's another one.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. 300. This is why I was wishing that we did get Ekitike, because when we take Ekitike off the market, the striker market looks trash, and then we can throw Jackson in there and get good money for him, bro, because everything else is trash. Yeah. It's the same thing with the left winger market, bro. This is the same situation with the left winger market we could create for the striker market.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, bro, look, these right wingers are decent, man. Like, the right wingers looks like, why is Neto number 12, man?
But that's what it is. Like, there aren't
Salah's killing me, bro.
That are better than him. Again, people like they hate on Neto, but
look, Kudus is here.
Wingers, bro.
Yeah, Kudus is here. Like, bro, Nani here is here.
He just is, bro.
Brennan Johnson. Bro. Oh my god, bro. Bowen. The thing is, I think Bowen is lower just because West Ham is trash, but he's also 28. So
Pulisic, man.
Get that man off my screen. Guler is good though. Guler's a baller, man.
Yeah.
That kid needs to leave.
He's a 10. That's another.
Savino, bro. Savino's.
Hold on. Look at 15 to about 19, right? They're all cams, bro. They're all cams.
Yeah, they're all cams.
They're all cams, bro.
Yep.
Kudus, Turkey.
Yo, Prime, big up, bro.
They're all cams, man. It's crazy. None of these guys are wingers, man. Buemo,
hold up.
Okay.
News on news on CFC Decasio saying exclusive. Chelsea reach agreement with Milan to sign Maignan on 15.5 million pounds plus 2 million in add-ons.
Well, where's this?
Well, that's what I'm saying. He said CFC something. But who is this? This is just some random brother.
I don't know.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, bro. This is just some random dude, man.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, Prime. What's up, man?
Yeah, this is some random dude. I thought this was Pice.
Yeah, me too. That's what I thought. Nah, this is some random dude. Listen, I appreciate it, bro, but I don't know if this is an ITK or something. I mean, I do think, we are going to get Mike, but I thought we got the Here We Go dropping.
Bro, we should bid for Enwary just to fuck with Arsenal. That guy is cold, bro.
Bro, that I'm telling you, he might leave, bro. Arteta hates him.
That guy's so good, man.
Barcola is also inconsistent. Is why they bought Kvara in while he was on 10 plus goals in the league. Yep.
Yeah, but people also have to remember, Kvaratskhelia was also inconsistent before he went to catch.
He's turning his bread.
I disagree with that, bro. Personally, I've always
but you know what it is, Prime. Kvara was inconsistent in terms of his output, but in terms of his performances, they were always there.
Bro, because you look at
even his performances were. He was poor last year.
Again, I disagree with that
Season
because, like, again, I'm someone that watches football a lot differently than other fans. Like, I don't really care about the stats.
Yeah, I agree. That's a reasonable price. I wouldn't mind that. That's a good price.
That's how I kind of view it. Like,
No. I'm not talking about stats. I'm talking about like performances. That's not me. I'm not saying he
Okay.
was shit. He
Yeah,
was poor last. He was, and to be fair, that's not just on him. That
the
Napoli
whole
team in
team was
general.
trash. The whole
last
team.
year.
Yeah,
Like that's what I was telling people about Oshiman when they were ragging on him.
There were
but
3
Napoli in
managers. They
general-
had 3 managers last year, bro. Like, people need to
Yeah,
understand.
they had a bad shakeup. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to use that to make a point of
Yeah.
like just because a player goes through a rough situation at a club for
Yeah.
whatever reason, that doesn't mean he's just bad completely.
Yeah.
But the winger market is interesting because a lot of the wingers, or a lot of the top wingers around, most of them are all inside forwards. They're not touchline wingers.
Yep.
Like even Rodrigo, who I want, he's not a touchline
touchline
winger.
Nope.
Inside forward. I rate Leao.
Hmm.
He's an inside forward.
Yep.
Barcola's ass, so whatever.
Barcola's
But,
trash, man. I
like,
don't want Barcola.
Jamie Gittens, looks like he's actually a touchline winger.
Yeah, he is a touchline winger. He is a touchline winger. That's why, by the way, that's why when people say like, oh, he's been poor for the second half of the season or whatever, it's because the new system asks him to play as an inside forward, but that's not his game, so that's why he's trash at it, bro.
That's the thing, right, with Gittens. The thing is that he's young. So I don't know. I don't mind bringing him in so long as you get me you get me a top winger, whether it's Rodrigo or Lookman. You get me one of them, and I'll be cool with Gittens coming in.
Yeah, bro, Lookman ain't happening, man. Put the fries in the bag, bro.
Like I know a lot of people have hope for Esteval, but like I'm gonna give him like 2 years. I'm not expecting him to just kick straight away, bro. I'm gonna be real.
Yep. But again, even with Kudus, man, people acting like Kudus is the solution. There's no guarantee that that's the case, man.
Kudus has not been great at West Ham the last year.
He's not been great.
And
Man.
I don't know. Like I look at Kudus's profile, again, it's so weird the way we want to play.
Yeah.
Our wing, like we can't have. We're in a generation now where there's too many inside forwards, not enough 1v1 specialists.
That's because 1v1 specialists are hard to make in an academy, bro. That's why.
Yeah, because no one's willing to beat their man.
You can train inside forwards. It's very difficult to create 1v1 people. You have to find somebody who has the talent and ability to do it, and then allow them to continue doing it and learn. And most academies aren't willing to let them fail and learn. So this is where we're at, bro.
I'm even looking at cams, bro. There aren't
No.
cams that could be left wingers. Nope.
No, bro. No, left wingers. Yeah, that's what I tell you. The left wing is kind of cooked because the thing is, Palmer can be a winger, but he's a right. He would be on the right.
But even then, with a Palmer, if you play him out wide, Palmer's gonna want to drift in. So
No,
and that will work.
in this system, he would be cooked because system creates the one-on-one, but he wouldn't have the passes that he necessarily needs. So it is what it is.
Like
You got to be born with those feet. They can't be made. Yep, I told you, bro. They get you need to find somebody.
Opportunities, you're right, but like you have to be able to beat your man and then make the right decision afterwards. And
Yeah, agreed.
you don't always do that, which is frustrating. But Gittens is also quite young.
No,
so
I mean, we looked it up. We looked up the left wingers, bro. We have 2 of the top 25 left wingers, prime.
Yeah, and everyone hates him.
No, no, we have 3. No, we actually have 3 because we have. Hold up, we have the Quenda kid.
Yep.
We have where was it?
Neto.
We had Neto and we have Nani, bro.
Yeah, no one likes a lot of these guys, so it's like, yeah.
So there you go, bro. Like again, it's just one of those things where it's like, bro, the winger market is a bit dead. Like it is what it is.
Bro,
Quenda looks very good. I'll be real. Quenda looks very, very good. And
Yes,
by
we
the
just
time
have
he
to
comes
wait a
to
year, bro.
Chelsea
That's what's
next
killing us,
summer-
man.
By the time he comes to Chelsea next summer, he would have had 100 games under his belt.
Real? That's a lot. Like top flight.
Well, maybe like close to like 90 or something, close to 100 anyway.
Yeah, it's close enough, man.
He starts week in, week out for a Sporting this season. He played last season. He's gonna be called up for Portugal next season, I'm assuming. So
Hazardinho, I agree. You're preaching to the choir, bro.
Player, bro.
Yeah, see, Hazardinho is preaching to the choir here because I agree. If we can't find good wingers, then we should tweak the system. I agree, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
We all agree. This is why I'm saying Maresca was dubbed for sticking with the system for so long when we see our wingers are incapable of taking their man on. Like, what is the point of giving them 1v1s if they're never going to take it?
Bring up 300's comment. Listen, I give every player 2 years, bro. I give every player 2 years. You know, when it comes to football, just 2 years, but then you have to sell them. As simple as that, man.
I mean, to be fair, that's exactly the strategy that Chelsea's doing. Like, you got 2 years to perform or you're gone, bro.
You have to sell them, bro. Like, why are you going to keep the player in here? You know, it's going to be like United or Tottenham where they have a play for 10 seasons.
Jesus,
right?
bro.
Bro, look at Tottenham. Like, a lot of their players are keeping them around for like 9 seasons, man.
That's one thing where like rivals can say that.
Yeah, bro. Gordon and Martinelli being top 10 says it all. That's facts, bro. Martinelli top 10, man. Disgusting.
That's the thing, right? Rivals can say Chelsea buy a lot of players and stuff and waste money, but like one thing we do that our rivals don't is that we suss out a dud quite quickly and we get you gone. Look at
That's true.
He's gonna be gone this summer.
2 seasons, bro. Gone.
Sterling, we shipped out on loan last summer. He was only here for 2 years.
Yep.
We ship out
I
duds
agree with that.
quickly. Felix, we just bought him and now he's gone. We ship out duds quick. So people can talk about we waste the money, whatever.
I just don't like our recruitment strategy. I think we have to improve on the recruitment strategy, you know?
True, no, I agree with. But you know? At least if we fuck up, we're going to get rid. Whereas with United,
and we have
for 10 years.
That's the thing too. Like, if we mess up because we bought them early and at a certain price, we're not screwing ourselves over for the future. Like United, bro, like they're screwed on Mount, they're screwed on Ugarte. Like those are duds that they cost some money for them, bro.
Arsa, do you know how happy I am that Franco
also big up EPL Turf?
Because we were gonna buy this kid, right?
No, we're not. No, we weren't.
No, we were linked to him like heavily.
No, but didn't you see the report though? Did you not see the report?
No, I understand, but I was like, oh, bro, they're gonna buy this kid. Then we already have Paez, we already have Palmer.
But that's legitimately what the report said. Is like we were interested in him, but we never. But then we like in terms of interested, like as in like the scouts were tracking his progress. We saw that he is probably going to be one of those like young gems, right? That we'd be interested in. However, we have Palmer, we have Estevao, we have Paez, so we decided against we like ended our interest pretty much because we knew that we're overloaded in the position.
But the precedent, right, so far from these SDs is we'll buy 11 wingers, we'll buy 11 goalkeepers, we'll buy like 1,000 midfielders. We have 15 midfielders, bro. I think Scott said we have 15 midfielders. So it's like I was worried. Well, he said we have 15. Yeah, he said we have 15 midfielders.
You must be counting academy kids in that.
I think he's counting like people on loan and stuff like that.
Caicedo, Enzo, Santos,
Uguchugu, Chukwemeka.
Chukwumeca's being sold. Chukwemeka is being sold, so they don't count. Jude Hall's being sold, he doesn't count.
I think he's counting all of those though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like getting a stockpile of people in a position. So I think he's counting everything we've purchased. So
okay, I hear it.
Like, and that's what like I was like, bro, don't get this Franco guy, man. He can be super talented. He can be the next Messi. I don't care, man.
Now, if we get Mike in, he's a starter. TKL. Like we wouldn't be doing all this transfer drama if we were bringing Mike in to be number 2, bro.
He's a starter, bro.
He's a starter.
My thing with Mike, right, is I know the last season he's been good injury-wise, but like he is kind of an injury-prone goalkeeper. And my thing is, if he's anything like Alisson and Ederson, that tells me we need a very strong number 2.
We need a good 2. That's why I don't want to lose Petro, man. I'm pissed they put the release clause, bro.
At least if it's not Petrovic, then like you take the risk and have it be Slonina or someone, or maybe even Penders. It cannot be Sanchez.
The issue, no, it shouldn't be Sanchez. It should be Sanchez. If the issue with Penders is that kid, from what everybody's saying, right? He is the truth. Like he's really, really good. If that is the case, So if that's the case, then you want him to continue developing and playing a ton of minutes. You don't want him to stagnate, especially at the age that he's in.
I agree with you. No, I'm just saying anyone but Sanchez.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's anybody but Sanchez. That's facts. That's facts.
When Sanchez gets sold, man, I'm gonna cook the whole thing.
You know what I'm thinking, guys? Like,
I agree.
Why don't we send? And I don't know if they're gonna do. They're probably not gonna do this, but why don't we send Penders to AC Milan, bro? I would actually love that move, just because he's gonna be playing in a very difficult league, and we're gonna see kind of his level right away. And I know we can send him to.
I mean,
I think the plan is like we want control.
He might go. Yeah, he might go Strasbourg, bro.
because
Yeah.
if he goes to AC Milan, then we don't have
No,
control of
EPL.
that.
I remember the
No, just on
Slonina
the
hype.
loan for, like,
I just never bought
No,
into it.
I
I just
know,
never saw it with
like,
Slonina, bro.
we
Me
want
personally, I just
control
never
of
bought into it. So
No, but we weren't selling it. We'll just be like, you know what we did with Courtois?
Yeah,
Kinda
and then
something like that.
Courtois fell in love with
He's not gonna fall in love with AC Milan. They're not
cool,
good
man.
enough, man. They're not good
You
enough.
don't, you
They're
don't,
not good
okay, you
enough.
don't know.
yeah,
what
they
kind of
also
guy-
they also sold like it looks like this window they're selling basically their entire team, bro. Low key.
Yeah.
There's no one in Italy that can afford to like they don't have the ambition, right, to be a super club. Like even like Inter Milan, bro, they're gonna like sell a lot of their players, a lot of their squads.
Bro,
aging,
no,
you know, like,
dude,
that's gonna be dead,
they
bro.
lost. They got absolutely destroyed in the Champions League final, and their first link after was Hoyland. They're finished, bro.
I don't even truly believe like that's like Hoyland's gonna like not
I
to
don't think it's
Inter. Like,
No, it's funny today. A video came out where Hoyland was like, "Yeah, bro, I'm not leaving, bro." He's like, "I'm at contract until like 2030." Let me see if I find it, bro. I was paying
hearing
myself,
them
bro.
Hype up Modric as a marquee signing, Arsene. Modric, bro.
I mean,
A marquee signing for the league, but he's like 38. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
what do you mean marquee
40,
signing, bro? Do you mean the retirement tour, bro?
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's Italy, bro. We've known this. Italy's been a retirement home.
But this is what I'm saying, bro. Like that league, unfortunately, and I've watched a lot of Italy over the years. Like it's dying, man. It's so
Well,
sad.
that's why I'd rather Penders go to Strasbourg. The way we're developing youth at Strasbourg, him there for 2 seasons, then playing in Europe. If he wins a Europa League or something, or manages to challenge for the Ligue 1 title or win it, that's better than being at AC Milan where they're so up and down, bro. There's no consistency. If he gets a manager that doesn't like him and drops him, I don't want that.
They're gonna have to spend, bro, because all the money that they're raising, right? I think they got 47 million for Reinders, right?
Yeah.
Let's say they get about 18 million from us. That's like 65, and then they sold, I think, Theo Hernandez. I don't know if they've sold him yet, or that's just speculation. But I think they sold Theo Hernandez from that.
No, Theo, it's speculation for Theo. He's not
Oh, is
gone
it?
yet, but
Yeah, but they could probably get like 35, 40 for him.
yeah.
And so so they're gonna have to rebuild that squad, bro. Like I don't know what they're gonna do.
They're
Gonna
gonna be in the mud for a good while, bro.
They'll raid Premier League rejects is what they'll do.
Yeah, they'll do it again.
We need to sell Sanchez. Like we need to start selling these scrubs back.
You know what? Hey, Sterling, drop the pride and go to
Sterling, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. Sterling, no club in London wants you, bro. Give it up. Give up the gimmick. Give up the gimmick, bro.
Physicality in Serie A.
Listen, all I'm gonna say, Sterling. Yeah, West Ham won a trophy a couple of years ago. They have standards. Palace just won a trophy. They now have standards. Brentford. They're gonna get a stockpile of money from Mbeumo, so they now have standards. There's no club in London that wants you, bro.
Not quiz pursuit. Grealish wouldn't work because Pep killed him, bro. There's nothing there left, bro.
He's cooked, bro.
Grealish where?
They're saying if Grealish had reasonable wages, would he work? Like for us, I assume. Nah, bro. He's cooked.
Nah.
He's dead. He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead food, man.
As soon as he
Pep
left,
killed him.
he was cooked, bro. He was cooked.
Yep.
Also, Grealish. Maybe it's a hot take. Grealish, he's, in my opinion, I've never rated him like people did. I think people vastly overrated him, and then he went to Man City, and then he got exposed for what he truly is. He's just
It's because he scores high on the eye test. You know, like he's a guy that you watch, like, oh shit, this guy's a baller. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's one of those players that does well for a mid-table team. But at the
He's kind
top
of like
end,
a Felix in a way, where it's like, oh shit, this guy's a fucking baller.
yeah,
But he doesn't put up the stats that like a lot of guys want him to have. You know?
yeah. But if he goes back to Villa, which to be fair, he probably should. If he goes back to Villa, he'll ball again, because that sort of environment suits him. You know, where he can be the guy, he gets all the freedom at like a mid-table side. If you're playing at a top side, you're not, unless you're a Hazard, you're not getting the freedom like that, bro.
Nope.
And even Hazard had to do defensive work at times under Jose.
All right, bro. I'm probably gonna.
Elanga's a top winger in this list, bro. I'm looking at the fucking list still.
Yeah, bro. That's what I tell you, bro. We just gotta give it up with the wingers. But listen, I'm gonna end it here, boys. I appreciate y'all being here, man.
Take care, man.
Yeah, take care. All right, boys. I'm gonna have to end it here. Thank you for tuning into this transfer streams. Obviously, I think I'm probably gonna have to do another one tomorrow, right, with the window ending. So I'm going to see what happens then. But listen, much love. I appreciate y'all. Hope y'all take care. Hopefully we get the mic. Here we go soon. But again, like I said, I'm probably going to do another stream tomorrow. I mean, I kind of have to, right? Considering the way that the news is moving with the quickness. So expect that tomorrow. I expect the link tomorrow. Yeah, but thank you everybody who came in. 300 Morning Zombie, obviously TKL. Big up everybody who pulled up to the stream. I appreciate y'all, man. Let me see something. Let me get the info for the stream. All right, we're at 117 viewers. We hit 70 likes. That's actually pretty good. That's a decent ratio, low key. And listen, if you haven't sub up. We're on the road to 1K. You feel me? We're on 933 subs. That's a great amount of subs. You feel me? But again, stream tomorrow. Keep your eyes peeled for it. Much love. You know what I'm saying? Take care. Stay safe, and we will talk soon. Peace out, y'all. Peace out.